Oh, that looks like it, okay. I understand the risk of fighting in the front lines, but I simply must be out there to lead my troops. Is there some way I could reduce the danger? She probably doesn't want more people killed for the sake of her. Says the best defense is a good offense, especially when you can dodge everything. Sure. Spread Pegasus blessings. What's a Pegasus blessing? Is it like fertilizer? It's probably fertilizer. And we're just calling it a... You know, fertilizer's made out of poop. If you didn't know that, FYI.
Demons.
That looks appetizing. You went out of your way.
And that covers everyone's motivation. My goodness, that takes a lot. There are a lot of them. At least everyone who matters motivation.
I'm happy that you appreciate...
Hey, Hadocard, are you still eating cake off your naked body? No? Okay. That's okay. Okay. There we go. Not much else to do except... I guess I got some renown, so...
You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Not sure how you'd get enough renown to actually cover all those by the end of the game. Then again, maybe I'm underestimating how much time we have to the end of the game.
I'm counting.
Since it's since I had deadlines in April of paralogs before.
Unbelievable.
Linhard, I finally found you.
You managed your way in here? You were just talking about that recently.
These structures were built more than 1,000 years ago and still remain. Amazing. Most interesting, there's a pattern to the saints' emblems carved into each of the sarcophagi. Here, you'll see if you come take a look.
Perhaps another time. Right now, I have something to discuss with you. You've said before that you don't care about the usefulness of your research. After giving it some thought, I decided that I'd like to create an institution for crest and relic research, and I'd like for you to lead it. All you would need to do is carry out whatever research you like. Somebody else will decide how to make use of your findings. What do you think? I imagine such an environment would suit you quite well.
Let's be clear that I have my reservations, but I suppose I'll take you up on your offer, if you insist. Although I'm unsure if it's a good idea. If my research dries up, you'll be stuck with a worthless institute. I do hope you understand that, Your Majesty.
Why are you skeptical about my proposal?
It's because all I've ever cared about is following my own curiosity, wherever it takes me. Being head of some institution and researching as part of an organized team sounds like no fun at all. At that point, it's not research, it's just a job. And one I've been practically forced into at that.
Research is a job. That's like 90% of... it's like 99% of all research. It is a job.
However, since I know you've put a lot of effort into preparing this opportunity for me, and since I like you well enough, I will, begrudgingly, take you up on the offer.
Well then, I suppose I should be grateful. But I'll be honest, I see little point in bringing you on board if you're so troubled by the idea. Let's put this idea on hold for the moment. I'll figure something out for you by war's end. I have great respect for your talent, Linhard. I'm certain I can find a way to make use of it that's to your liking.
Yeah, that's probably something that they they could benefit from. Edelgard can be, like, surprisingly... Like, she wants everyone to be happy. I think that's ultimately her goal. Really.
Stubborn little... That's it! Nighty-night, sleepyhead!
While also achieving, like, let's make it so that people can, you know, work and use their skills for the betterment of everyone while also just being happy and no one has to. Because, like, I think that's the problem she's seeing. She's not necessarily seeing the problem in terms of, people rising to the top and doing great things, but rather the fact that it ruins so many lives in order to do it. I think that's more what she's... The problem that is part of the current institution that I'm all for, like, actually getting rid of and stuff. Conceptually, it's pretty bad.
Guess that's it. Can't let lowlifes like you into Garrigmach. Nobody likes troublemakers. Trust me. What the... Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on people. It's rude.
Now I want to do it more.
But we can discuss your lacking manners another time. Why are you here? You following me, pal?
That's a secret.
Guess I can't fault you for that, since you seem to have been mopping up enemies without me knowing it. She really thinks I'm gonna try to reclaim my title. She clearly doesn't know me too well. Yet she keeps sending fools my way like the stubborn shrew she is. That's my stepmother for you.
You haven't mentioned her before. So they really think that you're gonna come back? She that paranoid?
Shocking. Remember when I told you my little bro inherited House Albrecht after I left? Well, he's my half-bro, and his mother is devoted, to say the least. She'd do anything for him. Sadly, he had the nerve to be born without a crest. And here I stand with a rare one swimming in my veins. She's convinced I'll return one day to take back my title by force. Completely off her rocker, that one.
We can fix that. We can definitely fix that. We are in a situation where we can change a lot of that stuff. Actually, she should be more concerned about Edelgard taking down the nobility.
Nah, not worth the effort. It's best for everyone that I take the brunt of her malice. I can handle it just fine. If I wasn't around, she'd shift her beady gaze to my dad. Maybe even to my mom, who fled the house a while back. Or maybe my little bro would become the target of her good intentions. Can't allow that to happen.
Well, if that's how you see it, then that definitely makes sense that you're doing things as you are.
And that's the bottom line. Long story short, you should keep your distance from me. If that assassin's dagger took you out, everyone here would fall to pieces. How would I explain that?
Ah, don't worry. I can protect the both of us. Alert stance. I'll just wait every turn.
That's some big talk, pal. So, you'll protect me too, will you?
I'm pretty good at
I
it.
think someone who can keep up with the exalted king of grappling would say such a swell thing. I'm a betting man, so I'll take the bait. Let's see if you really intend to protect me. Or if those were just pretty words.
I intend to protect all of you. You are my students. Even if you came in a little bit at the end and you're, like, significantly older than, like, everyone else. Look at all my motivated students that I don't really need to do anything for anymore. Because there's only, like, one, maybe two of them that really need to get up to a point where they can get their master class. Like, at this point, it's, like, just improving their skills. That's like 90% of it. Just like getting them better abilities and whatnot. Like almost none of them I'm actually aiming for like new classes on at this point. Basically, Ferdinand for the Great Knight. Her for a Holy Knight because I want her to be able to heal too technically. While also being a bowman. And she's pretty close too, I just didn't have Master Seals. And Petra for... She's got to be getting close to having a good amount of stuff to make that work, I imagine.
You have my... He's all...
Nothing.
Brings back.
Nah. I have plans for you. I'm so sick of it. They won't hold still so I can attack them. They just keep running at me. I need to get better at riding so I can put some space between me and them. That means I have to get better with lances too. No, I already have you at the point that you're good enough with lances to do what you need to do. I think. Pretty sure she is.
Our results speak volumes.
I guess all that time wasn't wasted.
Good.
I suppose this will serve me well.
Oh, you actually learned that. Okay.
How best to use this skill?
What did you learn that at? A. My oh my. The episode with the first encounter of the Dark Knight went up recently. People were mentioning that, and upon reflection, it makes sense that would that good against cavalry magic would be very good against it. The Death Knight in that very first fight. Not sure how you get those when you at that time, but you know. I should. I could stand to just have money at this point, basically.
Tis no shame in falling before me. I shall never...
A waste of time.
I'm stronger than before.
My heart burns with pride. For Bridget, I find strength to carry on.
Witness my... It is done. Onward. I must continue.
You're fresh out of luck. Stronger.
Put me in there. Who's next? Get in line. That's a win for everyone.
Fight, then rest. Was it?
Tremble before me. Did the goddess not mark my effort?
More fighting. Will this ever end? I'm growing, but at what cost?
And that does it.
I've got no time for mercy. I'm not there yet.
She's getting fast, though. She's definitely getting fast. Yay, money. Good old money. I just decided to be safe about that. I had no reason not to.
It's life or death. Her will demands it. To kill.
You lost that one. I aspire to be my best.
Will this ever end? Feels like fighting is all there is.
What's this? No wonder there's a bounty on my head. Stronger the better.
I must continue my training. Still here. Maybe this'll...
Hope you're ready. Attack at your own risk.
We're in a
That's a
good
win
place.
for everyone.
We're in a good place level-wise,
You
too,
are
I
impressive.
believe. Just across the board. Across the board. Dusker Bear. Okay.
Cornelia, I have a report from our scouts. The Imperial army that departed from Garreg Mach en route to the capital now appears to be marching here.
What did you just say?
The speed of the army's movement quickens. They will be here to invade within days. I just sent some of my troops to support the capital. It is likely to be a fierce fight.
How could this be? I have not heard a thing about... Oh, I understand now. I am the target.
You? Are you sure they do not mean to take Arianrhod for strategic reasons?
It would appear so from the outside. However, the circumstances are not that simple. And will you calm yourself? It will not be a fierce fight whatsoever.
That sound effect.
The sweet children I have prepared will protect Arianrhod well.
Oh no, what are you?
Cornelia.
What are you doing?
Arianrhod is a fortress city that was built about 400 years ago. Originally a base on the front lines of the battle against the kingdom, it was built using Imperial money and technology.
However, the head of House Rowe secretly planned to betray the Empire. As the fortress neared completion, it was rebuilt as a base to defend against the Empire. When the fortress was completed, House Rowe declared its vassalage to the kingdom.
Since then, Arianrhod has never fallen. Not once. The beautiful white walls that protect it against its enemies have earned it the nickname, the Silver Maiden.
Are we sure it's not the Steel Maiden? Oh, come on.
In the end, that is all it is to the Empire. The Silver Maiden stands as a bitter memory.
We will now be destroying that memory. The past is the past. Now is now.
A fortress that has never fallen. I can't wait to make it fall.
How savage of you. And yet, I must say I agree with the sentiment. Let us take the sturdy Arianrhod and continue our march against the kingdom.
An invincible fortress? Sounds perfect.
Unfortunately, it will soon no longer be invincible.
Bernie's just like, when we take it, can I have it? Please? Please, please give it to me.
The Silver Maiden's iron skin is about to be damaged. It's sad, really.
Is it silver or iron? Use your language with clarity, please.
Really, Lynn, there must be a better way to say that. Since we are attacking a heavily guarded place, we must take extra care to prevent allies from getting injured. Thank you, everyone. I'm counting on all of you. Now, Let's resume our advance.
This battle is for the future of Fodlan.
Ooh, yep, I'm sure it's gonna be a big one. Okay. Mission time. Let's get everything prepared, and that's probably where I'm gonna call it for today. Okay. Save, let's try it at least. She'd actually have a better shot at the Bone Knight, but I want her to be able to heal. Okay, good. I want her to be able to do both, basically. I have enough ranged attackers that I want her to be more versatile.
I passed.
Woo! Go Bernie! If only I had another... If only I had another Master Seal. God damn. Oh well. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there for a day. There's a few other things I want to do preparation-wise, just like sort through people's abilities and repair stuff, basically, so I will see you all next time as we take Arianrhod. Whatever result may be. See you all next time. Drive safely, everyone. And hello, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So I was looking through this, and I noticed something. And his dislikes is a father. And I recently edited the stuff where he goes and does his paralogue, and he doesn't think greatly of his father there either. There's obvious disagreements about stuff, and I was actually thinking about it a little bit. If Rodrigue is there, and we have the chance to kill him, like, he's talking about having a heavy hand, but I almost wonder if he'd be better off mentally if he had the chance to, with his own hands, cut off his connection from things he may not think too fondly of anymore, basically. For the good or the bad, that is the status of it now. And that's like one of the reasons I like his supports with Bernadetta, is that it really feels like he's like naturally finding more interest outside just like, be strong, be this thing my house and my family set up that I'm supposed to be, that sort of thing. Where he doesn't reject it outright, but he's like expanding his scope and rounding himself out as a person more. The same happens with Bernie in reverse, and that's why I've liked their support together. It's sort of why I've like went on my way to try to get that up fairly quickly because I was interested. And another observation I made when looking through this. So, we can agree that Lysithea is on the shorter side, right? Probably one of the shortest people in the game, you know, the small, kid-like character. You know, sort of like a kid. She's obviously grown up a bit, but Edelgard's shorter. Edelgard is actually the shortest person in our entire group. Which is unexpected. For various obvious reasons.
In order to secure a successful invasion of Ferdiad, Edelgard launches a raid on the fortress city of Arianrhod, which occupies a key position on the border. At Arianrhod, a mage serving House Blathed, named Cornelia, and the head of House Fraldarius, Rodrigue, strengthen their defenses.
A mage. That sounds familiar. A mage serving the king. That actually sounds very familiar. I feel like someone mentioned, like, once, maybe. Okay. Who the fuck are you? All right there. Okay. Well, Echo's big motivation here is not... It is not necessarily to reduce the bloodshed to the absolute minimum. It's about achieving something important and trying to get as many of the students through as possible. There's been some times where I felt like I had no choice but to do that, but boy, is that's the goal for Echo here. Can't succeed at everything, basically. Oh, there's people over here too. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy I looked at the map. My goodness. Oh, what are these? Are these like the Are these church? Are these church-like beasts? Because they're like robots, sort of more like the ones the church had and we saw in the DLC and everything. Interesting. Okay. Basic concept of approaching in an intelligent, well thought out manner. Oh, a chest key. Or a chest. I don't have chest keys, so I should give someone who's flying a chest key, basically. Okay. Ooh, this will be interesting. Let's go.
How could they deceive me and close in on Arianrhod?
Pretty easily, apparently. All we need to do is not tell people.
But it's not like I'm just going to stand by and watch. I will slaughter them all.
So this is the Silver Maiden. Seeing it with my own eyes, I finally understand its strength. Especially the fact that its strength is distributed across its frontal defenses. We'll attack the front and keep our enemy occupied, while the others enter by the east gate.
Seems like a good enough way to go about it.
Tightness, my lovely dolls. Seek out the enemy and destroy them.
Okay. 3 of them. That shouldn't be a problem with them so separated.
And if the chance presents itself, I wouldn't mind being rid of those unsightly kingdom forces, too.
Are those Cornelia's magical weapons? Impressive.
So, sword, axe, and lance. Okay, well, certainly a few ways we could go about this.
Let's make this quick. You lost that one.
Yeah, no problem. So, lance user. Okay. A lot of them. Okay. Let's maybe back off for the start moving this way. We can fly, so we're good, basically.
Ready when you are.
So we have a lever here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, take these guys down and open something with that. I don't even know. I'm sure that'll achieve something in here. Open this up, maybe? A door key. Okay, maybe. Oh, there are more levers. Oh, wow, you've got a range. You got a hell of a range. I will keep that in mind. And you have you're a holy knight. So you have a lance and white magic. Okay. Interesting. Lower defense than anything, even. Okay. So, defensive time. This isn't like this isn't Dorothea's where it's everything, but
Well
it
done.
increases their defense, and I'm pretty sure, bar him, which we should be okay on for one attack.
More fighting.
And I can even do that here. No, I'll just I'd rather use that wall, the impenetrable stuff, like only if I really need to enact something specific, like I did with keeping Hilda alive, that sort of thing. Okay. What have you got?
I am the king's shield, devoted to protecting the kingdom, as well as the king's lance, who kills his foes. In the name of House Fraldarius, I will defeat you all!
Yeah, that's not doing much. Oh, you couldn't even close in on me properly. Okay.
I'll take all the strength I can get.
Right, oh, running away, eh? Ferdinand's pretty darn good, even with just an advanced class at the moment.
Traps awaiting us inside the castle. What a nuisance. But with
Really?
such large-scale traps, there must be some sort of mechanism to control them.
The levers? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I can definitely take care of that. Where are these traps? Are these? Floor trap. Okay. Got it. Wow. You will hurt him. God, this guy just one-shots everything, doesn't he? God, fuck. 90% and a miss. No. Nope, not that. Definitely not that.
Traps awaiting us.
Saw it coming!
Really? The hell? Does everything just fucking miss? My goodness.
More fighting.
Here, let's start with something fun. There's a point where I just have to be like fucking 80%, 90% my butt. My goodness. I wonder if I had the same roll for that technically.
Improvement enough, I suppose.
For the fate of Fodlan.
Who's next? Get in line.
Oh. It's a sure thing now, too. I'm so on the fucking fence on whether this... Like, I know what I'm saying. It sounds crazy in my head, but there's some sense to it, too. Do it.
So, my foolish son, you took it upon yourself to leave your family behind.
I'm not coming back. I won't serve the boar.
It's a father's duty to settle his child's failures. Felix, you must die here and now.
Oh, no, I feel so much less sympathetic now.
I'll cut you down!
So this is it. Your Majesty, please bring us victory.
Oh my goodness, if that's his fucking reaction? Oh, can I... Wow, that stayed on that for a long time. Oh, he didn't even say anything. He would normally say something, wouldn't he? Oh. There's gonna be ramifications for that? There's gotta be. I really hope so. Fuck, man, though. All this, and all his father had to fucking say was... I'm gonna kill you because you didn't do what I wanted. God.
Let's make this quick.
I was thinking back onto what I said last time, and some decisions I made last time. And I still agree with myself, mind you. But I feel like I didn't really explain my thought process very well, which is sort of the nature of it when you really don't exactly get what you're getting at entirely, because you haven't thought it all the way through yourself. It's sort of just like the internalized feeling, and you're just sort of like saying what comes to mind as it happens. So, Felix. Felix. He seems like such an enigma, and mind you, I might end up contradicting a bit of what happens in other routes maybe with him. Blue lines, probably. But my impression of Felix and the arc he's gone through during this route here, his whole thing is he has an inherent disagreement on the value of life with his father. The idea that, what was it? Because like I said before I did the last episode, I was actually editing that part. So the question that was asked, or the answer, or line that was given by his father that made him truly dislike him, was that his brother died like a true knight, and that his death should be something that they're proud of. And Felix has the general opinion that, fuck that, life is way more important. You can see it in his response to that whole paralogue, too. When his father, like, the initial thing that spurs that on, where his father's like, it's a noble's duty to protect the territory, and Felix is like, no, we're protecting the citizens. That's the whole fucking point. Don't make this into, like, some grand ideal or cause or something like that. We're protecting people, basically. So through that, you sort of have to feel as though that's one of his biggest driving forces. Where, why would he decide to side with the Empire, right? And mind you, I didn't have all this necessarily in mind last time. It's more the general feeling I got about him, and I sat down when I realized I didn't really feel like I explained myself very well. I tried to think of the best way to phrase it, essentially. Elaborate a little bit more on the feelings and general intuition I was having about him. So the reason for him joining the Empire, in this case, well, like, they don't say much, so I'm sort of spitballing a little bit, but basically, it feels like the things he said about it are that he's been preparing himself for this for a long time, that he's cut ties with his family, the idea that he's embraced the idea that he is not compatible with that mentality, and he wants to carve his own path. At the same time, his whole thing about getting stronger is a relic from his past. It's a relic from his family. Perhaps he sees it as a tool for protecting people, yes. But realistically, it's more just something that he pulls from the nurturing of his upbringing. That it's always important to get stronger, stronger, stronger. So once he tries to cut off his context of that, he's left with basically just that, right? He doesn't have those ideals he was struggling with and not really wanting to accept in any form. As for why he joined the Empire, the idea would be 1, an opportunity to cut himself off and carve his own new path, and 2, he generally values people's lives. So maybe he doesn't entirely agree with Edelgard's solution, but he can agree with someone who's actively going out of their way to try to make the lives for people, specifically people rather than the institution, better. I could see that for Felix. And I've thought about this just because I was sort of like, oh, I don't feel like I explained that very well. I thought about this way more than I probably should have. I actually had a little trouble going to sleep because I felt like I didn't really get this across well. But those would be the 2 reasons I'd imagine him joining the Empire. Then you see, and I remember this because it was a pretty significant line for him, was that he started to feel like he was acting like the boar, like how we saw Dimitri. Which I imagine him seeing Dimitri like that, the idea that he's willing to hurt or hurt people and whatnot just for the goal of revenge, something so pedantic, that sort of thing, which Like we've seen Dimitri, that sort of thing, come up. So you can sort of distill the idea of how Felix sees this boar concept as someone who is selfishly pursuing something pointless, potentially nonsensical, and just hurting people and ignoring that along the way. So I can sort of imagine him 5 years without any real direction. He gets pulled into this, and he's like fighting against his own country and stuff like that, where he's starting to think of himself as, yeah, I like, this is a cause that I can sort of get behind. I had an excuse to go away, but now I'm just killing people. Like, at a point, it's just like, is this really an end goal that I believe in? So that's how I sort of see it, where he's becoming like the boar because he's fighting for an end goal that doesn't really necessarily fulfill a real, actual, true point in his eyes. So that's the state we see him after this 5 years, yeah? So how I think for him to mentally move on and create more in his life than that, because he's been relying on this relic of strength and improving for so much. He needs some way to move on, basically. Not necessarily to move on from that, but to expand himself, and to expand and round out himself as a person. Which is why I like Bernie's stuff with him. Because both Bernie and him are unsociable, they don't really like other people, but their supports, like, they like each other. And while a lot of Bernie's supports have been about her becoming closer to people and stuff like that, she never really moves away from that. Like, sure, she got sort of traumatized into that state, but it's still her in a lot of ways. Really, what you need to is just for her to become healthier, right? A healthier version of herself, where she's not making things worse through how she goes about things, because she still enjoys the indoors, she still enjoys, like, the carnivorous plants. That's like something she really loves, right? And it's completely connected to the idea of isolation and just sort of being yourself by yourself. And it's sort of the same with Felix in a lot of ways. And I sort of like their interactions, because it feels like he's sort of like a carnivorous plant, isn't he? Like a little itty bitty bit, right? In some ways. So it's almost like she's seeing that same sort of thing in him. And he's seeing more to life, or I guess more ways to go about improving oneself, which is still a great value to him, than just the way he was taught growing up. Because Bernie's this whole, like, what? You have this thing that I can never do, that sort of thing. So he's expanding his worldview a bit. And that's why I like their support throughout this, where it felt like they were really rounding each other out and making each other better people without abandoning the things that make them them, or feeling like they needed to change, basically, while becoming much healthier towards each other, right? In terms of Felix, while I certainly agree that if he stayed with Dimitri, and this is potentially the case on the Blue Lion's path, there probably would have been an opportunity for him to reconcile with his father. But when you have a father who cares more about the kingdom than his own son's life, I'm just saying, for someone like Felix who cares more about, you know, helping people and whatnot, to the point that he actively, like, starts to hate himself just for, like, being an active participant in war like this, it feels like him doing the deed is a way for him to properly move on. To recontextualize the things that he enjoys in life in a way that he can be very mentally healthy in how he approaches them. That sort of thing. So, I'm not saying patricide is necessarily a good thing, but, you know, in some contexts, there is benefits to it. So how long have I been talking? Oh, over 10 minutes? including any sort of dead time. Oh, okay. Well, I think I've talked enough on that. If you don't get it now, and I don't know what people normally think, but I'm just thinking like, well, I can't imagine people saying that in a good way without like an in-depth explanation of my viewpoint. So I figured I'd at least explain it in detail. So yeah. Wow. 69.
No time to slow down.
Not for myself, for everyone.
Okay, well, we're a lot safer now at the very least. I couldn't even move enough in order to get into any sort of range. Warp him over. Should work well enough. I'm gonna have to have people go over here too to help with this guy, so.
Leave my sight!
Yeah.
You fought well.
I think he might be on his game today.
Your spirit is admirable.
For, whatever that implies in the end. So, Felix had them. Oh my goodness! Another crit! Oh my goodness,
The
okay.
only possible outcome. I'm impressed.
And she can back off the traps. Who the fuck is this guy? Are you the one with the range? You are the one with the range out there. When you have an axe. I'd actually probably want to use Edelgard against that, so.
The traps are still functional. There must be more of these devices.
Really? Okay, so it didn't work. Excellent. Oh, wait, you have a... Oh, I didn't realize you had a ranged weapon. That would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot.
It's done.
But apparently it has a limited range, like a very limited range.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst.
Oh, Rowe, the one who just, like, betrayed the Empire originally. Okay, sure. Why not? I think I can work with that. I think I can work with that pretty easily.
I'll save my complaints. How exciting.
Is it the guys I'm fighting? It feels like everyone I have has really high hit rate. Or crit rate.
You're making me look.
I will not die yet.
Too slow. I'll end this quickly.
What is with these, like, second hit crits? Like, that's like 3 or 4 in a row of just, like, double attacks that turned into a crit on the second attack. What the hell? I can just keep doing this and backing off into oblivion. Oh, you can reach, but with really low percentages.
Too slow.
Oh, even a crit wasn't enough on... Wow, okay. Good miss, though. Good miss.
So this is where I meet my end.
Yeah, I'm... So basically you're the local lord, and that's 100% of your story. Got it! Ooh, Brave Axe. That sounds like it'd be useful.
This is the cost of war.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't have much chance. I wasn't able to reach them, so might as well let them attack me. Should make this much quicker.
Next
Could have multiple people back off, probably, too. Not even have to go up there. Ooh, where are you? Who are you trying to... You're trying to go after her. Okay. Got it.
It's my resolve.
What? You have... So I know what Pavis is at this point, mind you. Damn, okay.
No time to slow down. I'll strike you down. Your death is not in vain.
I will see this war through.
So this one is the axe one. That's the sword one. Okay. So what's your... So basically, I need to start going between buildings before I draw that guy. The other... The mages, though. Okay. I figured you'd have a low percentage, but damn, okay. Same with you. Wow, okay. That's 2 really low percentage hits. Okay. That's what it is. Lose health. Oh no, suddenly that.
It's time.
So does this guy not have a 2-ranged attack? He might not have a 2-ranged attack. Interesting. Oh, because I made it a plus, I have 3 range. Oh, right! Forgot about that. Oh no, because it was confused. It can't attack me. Never mind. Oh, come on! My RNG is just the fucking worst in this. Oh, no, my RNG and crits has been amazing. On fucking hits and misses. Just the worst. My goodness.
We have this covered. I have a plan.
God damn. that's that. Unless I picked the wrong one, it should still be confused for the turn. I should have been able to... Yeah, I broke it down. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. Never fucking mind. Nope, I need to do this then. Even counterattack. Wonderful. So the E effectivity here. I didn't realize it changed so significantly. Yeah, she'll live. She'll probably even not get hit.
Too slow.
I wonder if 2 attacks in a turn actually breaks it faster, too. There's little things like that that I'm learning over time. I didn't realize which specific one you're attacking made that big of a difference. At the very least. Yeah, down to your last one. You'll come off the guard next time, but that's fine. Titan Mock. Oh god, you hit your own guy and you missed me! Oh, that's hilarious, actually. That's pretty fucking hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you're gonna get hit with the freaking javelin, and he got Aegis off that. I'm getting good RNG on everything but hits and miss. Aren't I? Oh, he doesn't have any guard bag. Good. I can work with that.
Only I shall know how you died here.
Okay, cool. That sets us up. I don't want to pull this quite yet. But I can do a few drive-by attacks against guys like this. Oh, good, that's going up. Oh, wait, why is your movement down? Oh, at least you can't reach. I guess that must be the attack effects, yeah? Well, as long as I take you out in one shot, I should be able to move again. The Banshee must do that. Banshee must do that.
I aim for greatness.
I've not paid too much attention to the individual abilities of each individual. Okay, something is targeting. Yes, it is. Okay. Definitely heal. So does this technically break it too? I'm just doing this to learn. Does it? Because it hits hard, and it also is supposed to hit those other ones. I'm experimenting at this point.
Feels like...
Oh, no, it didn't? Okay. I don't want to actually do that because I want to use her attack and actually take out one of those. It's not like it did that. It's not like it did extra damage or anything there. So that should... Yep, that. I don't even know what that thorium whatever does, but it's working. Whatever it is. Okay, what have you got for me? You're in range... Ferdinand. That's fine, I can make that work. Oh, right. 29 damage, that's gonna... Yep! Crit my fucking...
Just a little longer.
Goddamn crits! Damn it! Ah! It didn't have a crit animation either! I can redo all that. Up to that point. Ah, caramba.
Ready for anything.
We've got this!
We'll do all we can.
I must stop.
Okay, so for interest of not dying horribly, I'm just gonna pull the mage over and deal with him in this fantastic setting. Yeah, that's whatever. I can deal with both of them fairly quickly.
You are in my way!
My heart burns with pride. War fuels my body and mind.
Hey, editing Echo.
I'm glad
You should
I
go
can
count how many
you.
crits. You should go count how many crits I've gotten, because it's probably a lot. I'm gonna go take care of these guys up here. I'll let and I'll have some of these guys go in and deal with this. And we can have some people come from the sides, and have some people go up there. I'll just have people go everywhere. I don't need big groups.
One to remember.
Feels
Defense up to prepare for that guy coming over. And who do I have left? Oh, I haven't finished moving. Never mind.
Here's the plan.
Yeah, you didn't have a whole lot of a chance to hit. Luckily, it doesn't seem like there's any students in here, so I'm pretty okay. I'm guessing Felix and or Ingrid would have been here, given Rodrigo was here. Maybe Sylvain. Oh! 1 damage. Hot damn.
Too easy.
And heal. Are you stuck technically? Yeah, you're technically stuck at the moment.
You lost that one.
Real close. So actually, what's the... All enemy commanders. Okay. Does that make her then? This one might be too. Given the, Wow, okay. Take her out this turn. Kingdom General. Yeah, that's probably a commander. So I have... Grounder. Ha 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 ha. Let's take that a little bit more seriously. Speedwing, which does something. I'm sure. Are they going over to help? Man, okay. I shouldn't bum rush that area too quickly. Start moving you to the middle. Yeah, I can go take care of this real super duper quick. Oh, just basic let's ensure that with a, oh, do I want to bet on a low percentage? Sure, why not? I'm perfectly fine with that.
Stronger, faster, never enough.
Only the strong survive.
Oh, are you starting to think like Felix a little bit? Okay, well the music stops, so that's definitely one of the commanders. I'm guessing that... And I haven't really paid too much attention because it's been typically just name characters, right? That are commanders. You know what? I bet those are replacements. Was there any others? That were like a nameless NPC?
The traps have been disabled. It should be safe to advance now. Our goal is
I'm way late on that.
Let's make this an all-out assault.
Oh no, I want to route all of them. That's the fun part. You have to do a little... Oh, good, crits. That's helpful. Now he won't go after anyone, instead of having one health left. Instead of having one health left and going after people. Okay. I wasn't able to move enough to draw these guys in. Whatever. I really should get this thing fixed. Soon. Or hopefully I can soon.
Nice try. It is done. Onward.
I like having this on her because she doesn't have high strength or high magic, technically. So she can, make better use of it, I guess. By being a mixed attacker, essentially. She is high speed. She is really high speed, and that's her big thing. Will you even go after? Oh. All of you are moving up there. Ooh. Okay, good. That actually wasn't as low of a percentage as I thought it might have been. Turn into, at least. Here, get you guys over there to help. Strive. Let's take this guy out first, basically.
I fight for justice's name.
You're weak.
You sort of just dodged into that, didn't you? It's like anticipating a dodge, sort of. Here, let's take care of these guys over here. Oh, god damn. Guard! Good old guard on when you have one health left. Woo! Does a guard on 1 damage? I wonder if that results in an actual... Like, So... You're mostly broken. So, I wonder if guard on 1 damage would make it 0, essentially, was my thought. So, Gambit you. That's a lot to help.
Impact.
Should just have one more, yeah, which this'll work on. Should work on. There we go. Man, I'm at the point of being curious what that's even used for. Shit, I shouldn't have been on the Brave Lands. Oh, you're so going. What are you aiming for then? Oh, okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. That's not bad.
Get much bigger.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a thing from him. That definitely sounds like a thing from him.
I aim for greatness.
It's an interesting thought, because looking at the Kingdom soldiers, they actually sort of look... They're very reminiscent of... What you want to call it? They're very reminiscent of, like, Vikings and stuff like that, while the Empire soldiers are very, like, tin can looking. They're much more typical. The Church was, like, Roman centurions and stuff like that. They all have extremely different styles.
Here is something to believe in. There's no turning back now.
Yay, unnecessary crits. And that works too.
You haven't earned my pity.
Oh, that's cold, man. That's cold. Wow, I actually got a favorable RNG. On a miss. I actually did. What in the world's happening?
This is my stage now.
Oh, you're not weak. That does a ton, though. What? Don't... Oh, that's a high crit for her, too.
Oh my, what a charming guest. Let me take care of you.
Okay, don't crit, don't crit, don't... Woo! Oh, hanging on there.
I can't die yet.
No, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Perfect, go.
So this is as far as I could get.
No problem, easy peasy.
All is in accordance with this carefully crafted script of ours.
Ours?
What a masterpiece. What a delightful dance.
Victory is ours. Arianrhod has fallen.
Okay, maybe we should acknowledge it this time. That sounded very... suspicious. What does the kingdom have planned?
Another army will take control of Arianrhod. As for us, we will take all of the military force we can muster and advance to the kingdom capital of Ferdiad. It won't be long before all of Fodlan is unified. Everyone, this is our last push. Our goal is within reach.
Okay. Yeah, she did a great job going around and just, like, busting heads. Especially with all the armored troops.